Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of Planetary's Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, motherfucker, we getting into the motherfucker weekly astrology horoscope reading. Now, right now, I'm a little fatigued right now. I'm fresh out of surgery. That's why I couldn't even really do no videos. I really shouldn't even be up right now. I got 3 holes in my stomach. I was in the hospital for 3 days. You know, I had I had my intestines wrapping around my stomach lining or some shit like that, and it was causing me to not hold any food in or this, that, and third. So yeah, once I did that, I went through surgery and I got out, and now we're here today. You know what I'm saying? And my ankle's swollen and all that, but you know, you can't hold me down. I'm still out here making moves. I'm still the Archangel Uriel. I still got videos coming. And if you need a reading from me, contact me at dolo4@gmail.com. So anybody I didn't get a chance to that I probably couldn't see or whatever like that, due to the fact that I was in the hospital, and I may have not seen your message. Because there's a few people who recontacted me, and I just now seeing it now that you remind me. Now that I'm getting updated on my email. So contact me if you need a reading from me, contact me at dolo4, DOELOW, the number 4@gmail.com. Now, let's get into the weekly energy, and let's see what's going on right now with the planetary alignments. Now, with the planetary alignments, let's see where the sun is at. The sun is in Gemini. So the sun is in Gemini. Let's talk about that for a second. Now, the sun is in Gemini. Right here now, we in the land of communication right now. But what is Gemini? Gemini is the communication within the self. You know what I'm saying? So if we really gonna break down the weekly energies, we really gotta break down what the fuck the energy is really supposed to be doing, what it's doing, and not beat around the bush. Now this is what it's doing. Now Gemini is the communication sign within the self, because it's first of all, it's the first air sign. So it's within the self houses. So off the bat, you have to give it to Mercury as being the communication within the self. Now, some people may not know what that means. Now, what does that mean? Communication within the self. Geminis are the communication. Now, what are the communication signs? Geminis, Libras, Aquariuses. All right. Gemini is the mutable. Gemini is the mutable air sign. So what air signs do is communicate. So Gemini, when it communicates within the self, everything that falls under communicating with the self can fall under that line. Now, what is such things as communicating with the self? Geminis are the signs that you're gonna find them reading the back of things. You're gonna find Geminis reading the back of the nutrition of bottles and jugs of juices and stuff like that. These are the people who are gonna open up the books and look at what to read in their car. The little handy book that be in the glove department. These are people who are going to watch shows, learn certain things for themselves before they express it and explain it to others. See, you see how it all goes back a full circle? So yeah, that's a small example right there. So that's Gemini. See, Aquarius loves to communicate amongst a group and amongst others. Libra loves to communicate amongst one-on-one conversations and amongst a other. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is why Aquariuses like to be involved into organizations. This is why Libras love to be involved in relationships. And this is why Geminis love to communicate in general. You know what I'm saying? And put the logic on top of what they're communicating. So right now, you got the sun. What's the sun? Sun is your actions, your vitality. Sun is what people see. So what you see the sun doing that's the sun actions. How the sun appear to be, that's the house. So when your first house is how you appear to be, your appearance, your personality. You know what I'm saying? Your personal awareness. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you appear to see. When people first see you, that's a lot of times it's your first impression. When people first see you, that's the first thing 9 times they see. You're rising. Because when the sun is in the first house, or any house for that matter, is rising in that house, that's what the sun appeared to look like. That's what the sun appeared to be. But once we start to dictate where the sun moving and how the sun moves and stuff, we're starting to dictate the sun's actions. So when a person look at you and start to dictate how you act in certain situations and how you go about certain things and things you're into, that's a person seeing your actions, your sun sign. But how you appear to be, your personality, is your rising sign. Okay, what they don't see is your moon sign. How you feel about things, who you are, how you truly are, how you emotionally secure, how your reactions. That's everything that fall under your reactions. How you react to a situation. You can't feel or emotionally be about a situation unless you experience it. So the light, the yang, the sun, and the personality is what you're gonna out is what you put out there, and what you get back is what you're gonna experience, and what you got is a so you react to what you just experiencing. So how you react is how you are, is who you is your moon sign. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they all interact with each other, if you didn't know how to separate your sun, moon, and rising. You know what I'm saying? But sorry for getting off topic, but I just wanted to say that. But getting back to the sun being in Gemini, you know what I'm saying? Right now, communications is flourishing, but for the selves right now. So whatever sun sign you are, that's how you relating to the sun sign. So if you're a square to where the sun at right now, then you may have to learn something about your communication style or how others are communicating. If you're in an opposition to, if your sun is in an opposition to where the sun is at right now, which is in Gemini, then you have to give and receive to the communication flow that's going on, that you're going to be experiencing right now. If you're a sextile, you're going to experience opportunities. You're going to see opportunities, which me, I'm an Aries. So for an example, my actions and the actions I'm taking, I'm going to experience opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And my actions is going to have an opportunity to be communicated. You know what I'm saying? Because my sun is sextile with the sun now, and the sun now is in Gemini, which is a communication sign. So that's the actions, that's the type of opportunities that I'm going to be seeing. You know what I'm saying? Now when you if you a trine, then you have a gift right now. You have a natural awareness of communication style right now. If you're a trine or conjunction, if you're an air sign or you're actual Gemini right now. So you know what I'm saying? That's the energy flow that's going on with the sun right now. Now we got the moon. The moon is in Cancer. Now the moon. Now I want to talk about the sun real fast. Let's go back to the sun. In all actuality, the sun doesn't even like to be in air signs. The sun does well in fire and earth signs, because the sun can actually feel in the fire, and the sun can actually use logic in the earth, but it loves them type of style elements best to do it in. Not to say it's bad. It's kind of light in Gemini. It's more heavy in Aquarius and Libra, because the sun actually falls in Libra, so it's sleep in Libra, which means that it may hallucinate sometimes, or do things out of nature at times, or need to look to others to see the way actions are supposed to be taken upon. So that's how the sun may react when it's asleep in Libra, and then is debilitated in Aquarius if it's at work. So that I say it's at work in Aquarius, because this when it's at work, it has to do things it doesn't really want to do. You know what I'm saying? But it has to use the tools that it has just to do it and get the job done. So whether it's a good worker or a bad worker is dependent on the relationship of the other planets and how the planet is itself within a person's chart. So when it plays out when the sun is at work in Aquarius, it's doing a lot of other things that it may not necessarily want to take actions on. So when it want to sit back and analyze a situation as a whole, is going to be put in situations where it's need to take actions now without thinking. And this is what make Aquariuses like to escape, or like to you know what I'm saying, not run from situations, but kind of detach themselves from situations, so they don't allow themselves to be placed in a situation where they can be caged in to the point that people are looking to them to do a certain action or do a certain outcome of a situation, depending on someone else, when Aquarius just want to do it its own way, and they don't even want to be placed in a situation that other people is relying on that person to do what they think that person need them to do, and that person always going to want to do the opposite. And this is what they have in common with Sagittarius, where Sagittarius will want to run away, not run away, but want to escape a situation as a whole. The Aquarius will want to put themselves in the situation, but play detached in the situation, like they're not actually involved in something that they're actually involved in. So you know what I'm saying, that's just a little dynamic, but that's the differences between. And the sun, when it comes into Gemini, it's a little lighter here, so it does okay. It's not as harsh as the Saturn aspects that Libra and Aquarius puts on the sun, where it blinds the sunlight, because Saturn don't reflect the sunlight. You know what I'm saying? So this put that in your chart, that it plays out like that in real life. Your actions sometimes don't be seen. So this is why a lot of times Libras may do things for people and may start to feel like they're getting taken advantage of, because they're starting to feel like the things that they're doing is not being seen or being appreciated by that person. And this is why Aquariuses a lot of times don't put themselves out there. They don't attach themselves to a person that enough to give that person the pleasure to see them doing things for them, unless that person really unless that Aquarius really appreciate that person, or that person really connected with that Aquarius on the intellect level. Then that person can start having their thoughts trickle down into action, because the actions start with the thoughts first, and that's how it comes back in Gemini. So the sun really don't like to be in air signs, because when it's time to take actions, the actions that is taken in the air sign when the sun is in air is to think about the situation, to analyze the situation, instead of taking action like the fire, or to logically put the situation together and build it together like the earth. You know what I'm saying? So you know, when the sun is in Gemini right now, it wants to communicate, but it want to learn all the details right now. So right now, this is why business may be favored right now, because people could take action on the actual business work of it. Like the aspect of, say you're an artist of any form, you're a comedian or something like that. The actions of your paperwork is going to be taken care of first, before you take actions of jumping on the stage. See, if the sun was in Aries, you may have said, man, fuck that, I'm ready to perform now. I'm ready to go out there and make everybody laugh. I don't care, I sign a contract later. Go out there and perform, sign a contract. A few weeks later, you realize you don't get all the money that you were supposed to get. But see, right now, actions is getting took on a logical basis right now. So actions is getting took there. See, but the sun itself don't like that, but all the planets have to work together as a whole. That's why I'm going to get into the sextiles and all that within all the planets, which comes out into an overall outcome. But when you just talk about one specific planet, you have to break it down for what it is, what it is. It is what it is. The sun don't really like to be in air signs. But depending on the relationship it got with the other planets that's going on right now, the natal, it makes everything all right. But we're just talking about the sun right now. And, you know, the actions is being taken towards the thinking and the communication and the logical aspects of the situation right now. So right now, your paperwork is being taken care of first, before you jump into the action and jumping out on stage and making everybody laugh. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just like a little example, an analogy right there. So now when we get into the moon being in Cancer, the moon loves to be here. You know what I'm saying? This is home for the moon. So the moon is relaxed right now. So everybody's emotions is pretty much relaxed right now, and it's not going in uproar, and it's not like you're not understanding what's going on right now. You can kind of have your head or your finger wrapped around what's kind of going on with you if you're going through any emotional turmoil or anything right now. Like right now, you can kind of get a hold of it, even if you're a person, a radical person who can't get a hold of their emotions. But at this time right now, you know why though. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you don't know why. Right now, the emotions is where the moon is where it is at home right now. So if you a person in somebody else's life who just doing tit for tat, doing little nitpicking things, and you know why you doing it, don't act like that other person don't know why you doing it. You know what I'm saying? Stop that little bullshit, because right now everybody know. You know, you don't play stupid no more. If you're a person who coming around, you always broke and you always bumming money, don't act like you don't know why you broke now. You know what I'm saying? That might have went last week or 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? You might have got that shit passed. You might have had some sympathy given to you. But right now, don't act like you don't know why you broke. So don't you know what I'm saying, expect no motherfucking sympathy right now, because motherfucker, you know what you were supposed to fucking do. And that goes for anybody. If you had any type of law thing you was going through, any type of fines you were supposed to pay, right now is the energy that deadlines is coming up and you have to pay, and you may have overspent and not had the money you were supposed to have for it. You know what I'm saying? So you know what you're supposed to do. know what I'm saying? Anything, like, you know what I'm saying? You had to get your car fixed. If you didn't, whatever like that, that's coming back around. You know what I'm saying? See, anytime a planet is in Cancer, things got to get taken care of. See, people just think Cancer is a caring planet, so they just think, oh, I'm a Cancer, so yeah, I care for people. Yeah, that's true. But when you talk about Cancer, the archetype itself, and start to trickle down and break down the 4th house, the energy itself is a lot of sea word ruins and sigils and stuff. And whatever planet you have in Cancer, 9 times out of 10, that's something you have to take care of. It's not just you a caring person, it's something you have to also take care of. You know what I'm saying? So with the moon being in Cancer, off the back, the moon likes to be here. So your emotions should be taken care of right now. Or if it's not, you should be nurturing yourself, or being around, or be around positive people, or being in certain situations right now where you're being emotionally nurtured right now. And there's no excuse right now, because the moon is where it's supposed to be at. So why ain't you? You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. So whatever planet you got in Cancer, make sure you look into that planet, because that's something that you need to take care of. You know what I'm saying? Now we got Mercury and Taurus still. You know what I'm saying? So everybody thought process is still building on what just happened. It's a lot of things that may have happened that's still lingering on people's head, and you still making logical. You still trying to break it down, make sense out of it all right now. You know what I'm saying? Like and right now the crazy thing about it is it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense, but you just still want to think about it, because that's just how it is. Like, Taurus is a stubborn sign. You know what I'm saying? When you have Mercury here, this is the way you think. And how you think, and how you build things in your head, and how you logically process what's coming through your moon sign, what's coming through how you think. You know what I'm saying? This is how you build it together before you process it. That's Mercury. So when it's in a fixed sign, and then especially Taurus, right now it just want to look over. It want to look over everything and just continue to look over it. It want to look over things and laugh about it. It want to look back over the same situation and cry about it. You know what I'm saying? Look back over the situation and try to find another way to feel about it until it gets it out its system. And that might take days or weeks or months. You know what I'm saying? That's just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing right now, because actions is moving real rapidly right now, because the sun is in an air sign. And so people may be doing things before thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's how actions play out. You know what I'm saying? Like, the sun can't just have a passion and act on it. It got to just force itself to do actions in the air signs. And air signs is thinking 100 miles an hour. So when the sun is here, it may just take one of them thoughts 100 miles an hour and do it before that thought was mapped out. And that goes for a lot of people out here doing things before they was thinking. You know what I'm saying? And it's always perfect, because this is spring going into the summer. So when the sun going into Gemini, this is when most people go to jail. This is when most people get, like, you know what I'm saying? Most bad shit, people's cars just now fucking up. Oh shit, people just now getting broke from income tax. They did a lot of shit before thinking. Like, it is always, the seasons always match up with the energy. It all makes sense when it breaks down. Like, it has no choice but to. It has no choice. You know what I'm saying? Mars is in Scorpio right now. Now Mars loves to be here. Mars home. So your intentions and your actions right now should be in the right place. So if it's not, you should know. So if you coming around being sneaky, if you coming around being two-faced, if you coming around using people, and you know what like I said, back again, that might have worked last week, 2 weeks ago. People may have talked about it, but they may have let you did it on the slide. But now you're doing it, people not gonna let that go on the slide. You know what you're doing wrong. So chill. You know what I'm saying? Before you just get X'd out and you isolate yourself and you be by yourself, and nobody want to be by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because your actions, your intentions, and your willpower, if it's not gonna be seen by anybody, or if nobody gonna be appreciated, then it's gonna hurt your passion, and it's gonna hurt your soul, because Mars is in Scorpio. So you know what I'm saying? Chill. You know what I'm saying? Chill. We see you. We know what you can do. But you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to use no aggression or doing it. And you ain't got to manipulate people by doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. And when we got Jupiter in Virgo still. So you know, people is still expanding on details, expanding on their nervous system. You know what I'm saying? Things that you may have been nervous or may have been aware about now is changing. Those things may have not been concerns no more, and now it's new concerns. You know what I'm saying? Because it's getting up in degrees now. It's 14 degrees. So old concerns they used to worry about before are changing, and those are not worries no more. And you're attaining and attaching new worries now, and expanding and gaining knowledge and wisdom on new things to think about now, and new things to break down and dialect and not to be unsure of. Because the thing about Virgos is, it's not that they nerve-wracking, or it's not that they are unsure of themselves or this, that, and third. It's almost to a degree that they kind of like being in the situation of feeling like, oh man, I don't know what's the outcome. Let's talk about what may or what may not be with the outcome. But in the meaning, in the middle of us doing this, we break it down in details. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and you may think they coming across as nerve-wracking, or they coming across as, man, this chill, what you so worried about. But to them, they like being in that vibration. To them worry is not worry to you. To Virgos, the way they feel about worry don't affect them the way worry affect you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you may think, oh, you may be like a air sign or a fire sign who think like, man, all these worries, all these bills, man, I don't like that shit. I don't like feeling this worry, so I'm just not gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get the job done and do what I have to do and not worry about my worries. You know what I'm saying? And come up here in high spirits and not let people see me sweat, not let see me people down. And you may feel like that's the right thing to do. So when you get around a Virgo and you may hear them be like, oh man, I got bills, I don't know what to do, I need to do this, that, and the third. And then you see them taking practical causes to that. You may look at them and feel like, as an air or fire, you may look at them and feel like, dang, why this person always nagging, or why this person always worry about this, that, and third. But see, you just don't understand the framework. You think worry is something that's detriment, and you need to not do that in order not to feel it. To them, the way they feel about it, it's a vibration that they like to be in for them to get their goals started, to get it started. They appreciate that feeling. It gets them off their ass. They don't get worried, and then when they they don't get worried and make it and feel like to them, oh man, I'm worrying. I need to worry. I need to be like this person, like this air or fire person. They can just live up in high spirits, and to them, this is an acquired feeling. This is the feeling that they need. They appreciate that feeling. They smile sometimes when they can have that feeling, because they have something to worry about and have a goal to obtain to and have something to reach. See, that's the basic temperaments that the air and the fire may not understand about the earth, and to a certain degree water. Water can help relax that for earth though. You know what I'm saying? Fire may lead by example how to relax that for earth. You know what I'm saying? Air may not just understand that from earth.